Welcome back to my channel. I'm Daria, if you're new here, and happy May. In May, the theme that I've decided to focus on is sweetness. So we'll be working on a lot of just kinds of sweet, feel-good practices, as well as finding the sweetness sometimes in the heat, in the fire. Today's practice is devoted to the idea of blooming, of blossoming open, springtime. So we'll be finding that slow, gradual, really beautiful, organic opening. You just need yourself today and someplace to move. And when you're ready, let's get into it. We'll start from seated, facing the top of the mat. Bring the soles of your feet flat, and then bring your hands to the fronts of your shins. As you inhale, we'll start to send your sit bones a little bit back. Roll to the outer edges of your feet. Let your knees go wide. Then start to really pull your shoulder blades together. Lift your heart toward the sky and lift your eyes up, opening the front body, opening the throat. As you breathe out, round in through your core. Bring your knees back to parallel and imagine your belly button is being pulled through your spine all the way to the space back behind you. Again, inhale, starting to deepen the breath even more. Lift your heart, lift your eyes, widen your knees, arch your back. Exhale, round and curl, belly button to spine, chin draws toward your chest. See if you can press all of the breath out of your body. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And let's do two more. Infuse it with some kind of sweetness, sweetening the breath, sweetening the sensations in the body. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Start to neutralize your spine. Bring your knees together to touch. Hands to the backs of your thighs. Float your toes just to hover like an inch away from the ground. If you're good here, you can begin to bring your shins parallel to the mat. Maybe reach your arms forward. Navasana, if you'd like, stretch your legs all the way towards straight. Spread into your fingers, spread into your toes, and then try to feel like you're absorbing sunlight through your skin, through all of your pores. Last couple of breaths here, if you'd like. Biceps beside the ears, extending through your fingers, long spine. One more inhale. And as you exhale, start to cross at your ankles, hug your knees towards you, and then roll over your shins. Let's come on up to hands and knees. And bring your fingertips as you align to point back towards your thighs. Just take a couple moments rocking forward and back. Open up your wrists, open up your forearms. You can have a soft bend in your elbows. After a few like that, bring the tops of your hands down with your fingers pointing in toward one another. Now here we'll create fists, really squeezing in tight, and then let your hands kind of burst open like a starburst action, and then back to fists, and then spread the palms, spread the fingers. Just a few like this. Feel this unfolding starting to happen. And when you're good there, just have a seat back on your heels. Imagine that there's water on your hands and you're trying to splash it off or flick it off. So just, again, finding that kind of bursting open action through the hands and then creating fists again, just a couple times like this. And a little bit faster. Good. And then roll out your wrists a few times, hopefully feeling a little brighter, a little bit more magnified awareness into the hands and the fingers. Coming back into tabletop. Start to tuck your toes behind you. Now, as you inhale, lift your tailbone, draw from the base of your heart forward as you lead your chest through your biceps, and then lift your arms, lift your eyes up to the sky. With your exhalation, keep the curves in your spine. Just start to send your hips back towards your heels. Activate your biceps and your triceps, dragging your fingertips isometrically backward. And then inhale, rounding your spine, suction in through your front body. Come back onto hands and knees. And now let your exhale carry you up and back into downward facing dog, floating the hips high. Find simultaneously grounding and length. So there's a balance of stability and freedom here in this posture. Stability rooting through the hands, through the feet, and then freedom growing up through your spine, creating so much length all the way into the low back. If you need, have your knees a little bit bent. Maybe have your feet a little bit wide. Whatever you need to do to sweeten the posture in your body today is great. And breathe through what's sticky. We'll be here 2 more rounds of breath. Finding Ujjayi Pranayama if you have not already, in and out through your nose. As you inhale, start to float your heels, hollow through your core, and round progressively forward through your spine, all the way into a high plank. Shoulders are over the wrists. As you breathe out, softly, slowly, the knees lower for 5. For 4, use your core. For 3, 2, and 1. As the knees touch down, breathing in, arch your back, lift the tailbone, heart forward, eyes to the sky. Now, keeping the curves in your spine, bend your elbows, send them toward your ribs, and sink your chest and your chin to the mat. Pause here, stay. Soften your belly, soften the creases of your hips. Now, allow the tops of your feet to come down to the mat. Tuck your tailbone underneath of you, and then unfurl all the way through into a high cobra. Shoulder blades are hugging together, lifting your heart, lifting your eyes. Inhale. Exhale, come through hands and knees, tuck your toes, hug your belly button to your spine, and glide back, downward facing dog. On your next breath in, hover your heels and then spin both heels toward the right side of the mat. Bend your knees a lot and bring your right heel down. See if you can also press your right big toe down. It's okay if it doesn't come down, just try to intend it that way. Send the weight off of your shoulders and more back into your feet, almost like you were gonna stand up onto the right foot. And then turn your eyes a little bit toward the left and feel all the opening through the left side body, through the ribs. Inhale, heels float back through the center. With your exhalation, send the heels to the left, bend your knees, and drop the left heel and the left big toe. Imagine your right hip is gonna stack on top of your left one. Keep pressing into your fingertips. Turn your eyes under your right arm. Breathe. Inhale, heels rise back to center. Now with your exhale, just sink your heels back down into downward facing dog. Next inhalation, heels lift, rounding forward all the way through into a high plank, closing at your ribs. As you exhale, keep pressing the ground away from you. Resist the force of gravity as you sink your knees for 5, for 4, for 3, 2, good. 1, inhale, arch the back like a cow pose. Tailbone up, eyes up. As you breathe out, bend your elbows, chest and chin come down. This time stay here or kick your heels in towards your sit bones. Draw the big toe mounds to touch. How much can you soften your heart? Good, press the tops of the feet back down. Wave through your spine, coming forward into a cobra. Lift your heart. And exhale. Coming through hands and knees, tuck your toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. As you inhale, pick up your heels, pivot both heels to the right heel down, right big toe down, bend your knees. Now staying here, or maybe press more into your right fingertips, come on to left fingertips, and maybe cactus your left elbow up to the sky, stacking the left side body on top of the right. Hug in through your right waist. One more breath in, reach your left fingertips all the way forward over your head. And with your exhalation, pivot back to downward facing dog. Inhale, heels lift. Exhale, heels to the left, toes to the right. Bend your knees, left big toe roots, presses down, then cactus through your right elbow as you claw through the left fingertips. Hug your shoulder blades together. Inhale, press the ground away from you. And exhale, right arm forward over your ear. Deep breath in, growing so much space into the ribs, into the side body. And then breathing out, right palm down, pivot it back to downward facing dog. Good. In through the nose. Just stay as you exhale. Next inhalation, look to your thumbs. Breathing out, travel forward, but go really slow. Little baby steps, feeling the soles of the feet imprinting into the earth like you're walking on sand. And then feet land, hips distance apart, toes behind the wrists, bend your knees, drop your head fully. Send awareness to the space where head and neck connect and really let that space go. Sometimes if you need to actually touch that part of your body to feel it, that can help. Just a couple breaths here, full decompression in your spine. Let it all waterfall forward, let it all go. And then press into your feet, hug your belly button to your spine, slowly rounding all the way up to standing. And your head will come up very, very last at the top. And then walk your feet together, soften the shoulders down your back. Take an inhalation, arms reach wide and up to the sky. As you exhale, palms to prayer, heart center. Breathe in, reach up and look up. Breathe out, now cactus your elbows like you're pulling something heavy down from the sky. Hug the back of the heart with the shoulder blades. Lean your torso a little bit forward. Lean your hips a little bit forward. Lift your heart to the sky. Little baby back bend, any amount. One more breath in. As you breathe out, bow down with a long spine, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, grow the crown of your head forward and your tailbone back. As you breathe out, pick up your left foot, step it to the back of the mat, and then sink your knee down. Now press into your left palm, and as you inhale, turn your right arm up to the sky. As you exhale, right fingertips reach all the way to the back of the mat. Hug the back of your heart with your shoulder blades. Stay here, or start to press into your left big toe and lift your knee. Pull your feet toward one another. Grow longer through your spine. Stretch your heart forward and then revolve it to the sky. One more breath in. And as you breathe out, right palm lands inside of your right foot. We'll pivot on the feet and sink into Skandasana, right side. Left toes flip up to the sky as you bend deeply into your right knee. And then just bring your palms to prayer. Take an inhalation. Stay as you exhale. Good. Traveling all the way to the back of the mat. So come through center, then press into your left foot, bring your right palm down inside of the foot, and then sink your back knee. Breathing in, cactus up through the left elbow, and breathing out, left fingertips glide all the way back behind you. Press into your right palm, press into your right big toe, and see if you can pick up your knee. Take an inhalation here, arcing your heart open. And then as you exhale, left palm down, pivoting on the feet, coming back through Skandasana, right toes this time. Flip up to the sky, pull your feet toward one another, and then soften the crease of the left hip. Breathe in. Breathe out, travel through center. You can use fingertips to the ground if you need, and then pivoting all the way back to face the top of the mat. Land your fingertips to the mat for a moment and align for warrior one as we transition. Back heel pivots down, toes angled a little bit out. Pressing through your feet. Inhale, rise to standing, arms up to the sky. Now, as you exhale, start to cactus your elbows. Lift your heart. Normally, we don't do like that back bending action in warrior one, but for today, it's all good. We're gonna take some waves through the spine. So inhale, chest up. And as you exhale, start to lean your torso forward. Reach your arms forward, then round in through your core. As you rise back up to standing, open your heart, lean into your back body. And exhale, lean forward. One more time. Just keep it intuitive and easy and free. Inhale, open up like you're a flower unfolding, blooming open. And exhale. Inhale, press down, neutralize your spine. Just rise up to standing. As you exhale, pick up your left heel. Start to cactus your elbows again. Press down into your right foot. Float your left toes behind you. Airplane pose. Lean your heart forward. Left toes reaching back. Take a deep breath in. Now, as you breathe out, bend both knees. Cross the left knee behind the right one and see if you can just sink into a little squat. Palms draw to prayer, heart center, balancing. Inhale, extend, left leg back, arms back, airplane. Exhale, Shiva squat. Both knees bend, left knee crosses behind the right one, palms to prayer. Steady your eyes. One more, inhale. Stretching long. Exhale, sinking to a squat. This time we're gonna come all the way down to a seat. See if you can go without using your hands. Land your left toenails down, then the foot, the shin, the knee, and eventually both sit bones to the earth. Right foot is stepped outside of your left thigh. Bring your right fingertips down to the base of your spine. Inhale, lengthen up through the left side body. And then as you exhale, left elbow outside of the right thigh. Press your sit bones, your pelvis actively into the earth. Let the inhalation sprout length up your spine all the way past the top of your head. And let the exhalation slowly, gradually revolve through your torso, up the ribs. Even feeling in a twist that this process unfolds, blooming open. Start to pivot back to facing the top of the mat. Bring your palms down so you kind of come up and over the left shin. Palms to the mat. Step your left foot back into a plank. Then press into the earth. Hug right knee to right tricep. As you inhale, stretch your right leg up and back behind you into a three-legged down dog. As you exhale, stack your hip, bend your knee, stay here, or pivot all the way into an easygoing wild thing. Left big toe really rooted. Root your right foot and then let your pelvis rise up to the sky. Left shoulder blade tucked behind you for support. And feel the expansion with every breath. Notice if you're forcing anything. Try to relax instead. Relax into the effort. There's always ease within the effort. One more breath in. And breathing out. Use your core to revolve yourself back into a downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. You can take a sigh if you need one or just out through the nose. Next breath in, look to your thumbs. Breathing out, slow travel forward to the top of your mat. Take your time, no rush. Inhale, halfway lift, iron it out. And exhale, bow down, forward fold. Inhale, long spine this time, rising to stand. Reach your arms wide and then all the way to the sky. Exhale, palms to prayer, heart center. Inhale, reach up, look up. Exhale, send your pelvis forward, cactus your elbows, and lean into your back body, but keep it feeling sweet. Coming out of the back bend, take a big dive down into a forward fold. Uttanasana, exhale, let go of all your air. Inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, we'll pick up the right foot and step it to the back of the mat. This time, keep your knee lifted. Press down into your right palm. Inhale, turn your chest to the left arm to the sky. Follow your fingertips with your eyes. And then eventually, maybe reaching the left arm all the way back in space behind you. Keep hugging your feet together and keep stretching the crown of your head forward. Inhale. As you exhale into Skandasana, left arm kind of threads under the right one. Left toes to the top right corner of the mat, sinking into low side lunge, palms to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, press through your feet, come through center, and then turn toward the back of the mat. Pick up your left heel, left palm to the earth. Easy twist here. Inhale, right arm to the sky. Exhale, reach your right fingertips back behind you. Just take one more breath, expanding, opening. And exhale, Skandasana, right side. Lunging down, breathing in to lift up through your chest. And then as you breathe out, transition through center. Turn your right toes forward. Bring both hands down to the mat so that you can align for warrior one. Press through your feet. Dig down into your toes. Inhale, rise to stand, arms high. As you exhale, start to lift your heart, cactus your elbows. Feel the support of the shoulder blades at the back of the heart. And again, keep energizing, lifting through your core and your pelvic floor so it's a nice supported back bend. And then you can begin to take your torso a little bit forward. Just move with your breath here for a few rounds, letting the inhale open up through your heart. letting the exhalations wash you forward. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, press down, rise to standing in warrior one. Next exhalation, lift your right heel, lean your torso forward, and launch forward into airplane pose. Check that all 5 of your right toenails are pointing down, and then energize here. Let your body be like lightened and brightened from all sides. When your next exhalation comes, plug down into your left big toe, bend both knees. Right knee crosses behind the left one, heel toward the sit bone, sink into your Shiva squat. Inhale to extend it back, airplane. Exhale, Shiva squat. Steady your eyes, use your core. Just one more time, inhale. Exhale, this time we sink all the way down. Bring the top of your right foot down for support. Then the shin and the knee. Slow, soft landing all the way to the sitting bones. Left fingertips find the mat at the base of the spine. Inhale, growing up through the right side of the body. And exhale to twist. Notice sometimes the left hip kind of pops away from the ground. See if you can anchor it downward, even if that means you don't twist as deeply. No worries. Energize your toes. Energize your spine. Good. Start to unwind, facing the top of the mat again. Roll over your right shin and bring your hands down. Your right foot steps back behind you into a plank. Then inhale, preparing. As you exhale, suction your left foot off the ground, left knee to left tricep. Inhale, take it back, 3-legged downward facing dog. Let the exhale stack your hip, bend your knee, and then stay or flip all the way over into wild thing. Left toes land off the mat behind you. Feel your body growing and opening. Again, imagine you're soaking up the sun through all your pores. All the fibers of the body getting warmer, brighter, lighter. Inhale. And exhale, using the core, we pivot back into downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, sigh, let it go. One more time, inhale. And release, exhale. Lift your heels, bring your knees down, take them wide. Bring your toes to touch. Sit your hips to your heels and walk your fingertips forward into child's pose. And let your body absorb all the warmth that you've just created. Absorb the effects of your movement so far. And as you stay here, feel how your spine grows a little bit longer with each moment. Feel how your hips melt a little more with each moment, acknowledging this natural process of relaxing, of softening, of kind of blossoming into more opening, more ease. Press into your palms. Inhale, round your spine, coming forward onto hands and knees. And then we'll lower all the way down to lying on the belly. Send the feet back behind you. Interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. Hug the heels of your hands together if you're able. On your next breath in, press into your pelvis. Inflate your heart with air and let that create buoyancy, lifting your chest. Send your knuckles back. Energize your triceps here. Now stay here, or you can start to hover the tops of the feet and the tops of the thighs. Imagine you're squeezing a pillow or a block or something between your inner thighs and you can't let it go. One more breath in, activating the back body. And then breathing out, just release. Belly down, Shavasana. Right ear to the mat, both palms down. Dropping in. Good, chin forward. One more time. Interlace your fingers now the opposite way. And then on your inhalation, in one breath, see if you can float the chest, the arms, the feet, and the thighs. Go for extension more than back bending. Shoot back through your toes. Reach forward through your heart. One more breath in. And out. Left ear to the mat. You can bring the tops of the hands down beside you, dropping here. Feel your heart beating. And start to press down. And we'll come on up to a seat. So moving through hands and knees, just bring your sit bones to the mat. And then bring your palms facing up toward the sky. Really open and receptive position here. Soft shoulders, close your eyes. And then let yourself simply be here, being still, quieting the mind, letting the effects of softening the body now ripple into the mental space, even into the emotional space. Notice how you're feeling on every level. And see what kind of drops of sweetness you can catch. Maybe there's some stickiness. Maybe there's something that doesn't feel so sweet. That's okay. Let everything be as it is. Now draw your palms over your heart. So you can bring one hand actually to press kind of against your heart and stack the other hand on top. Just feel your own touch. And feel the light that lives inside of you. And just be here with yourself, acknowledging your body, acknowledging your practice for a couple more breaths. And from here, you're welcome to stay seated, maybe in a meditation, or you can come down to lying on your back and take a Shavasana. But I will leave you here to go wherever you'd like to go. I hope you enjoyed this practice. I hope you're feeling good and doing well wherever you are. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you can do that below. You can also join as a monthly donation member. This really helps to support me. I so appreciate you, and I will see you soon in the next practice. Bye.